Yo, what is up guys, Boris here, coming to you guys with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Now in today's video we're going to be going over the brand new Kizuna clash here, Moriah Kizuna clash. I'm going to be showcasing the legend Shanks finally, the Shanks and crew legend that I pulled a few weeks ago. So I'll be using Shanks and crew as my captain for all three fights. He's boosted for this event, so obviously he's pretty good. So he does have boosted stats, but he's still going to be a very, very good captain pretty much anywhere. So I'll showcase him in this video today. Now, if you do notice here, guys, this is level 72 Moriah. So for this event at level 72, each of the three bosses gets a new special buff. It's not a big deal. I'll show you guys what it is. I haven't done it myself, but I assume my teams can handle it. But before we start, actually, I do want to showcase. So this is actually the first team event in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So you know, hopefully you guys are doing well. Again, me, I've been grinding. Some of the other guys have been grinding on my team, but there's a few guys who have been slacking. So unfortunately, those guys won't be contributing too much to my team. But we do have some people actually going pretty ham. Cortana. Myself, Trop, so a few other guys are going in. Hopefully your teams, whatever team you're in, guys, hopefully those teams are doing well. But let's go ahead and showcase the first one here. So this is actually, let me make sure, green. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this team here. Now, of course, guys, this is going to be also showcasing the brand new Arlong ship, which I just made it. This is my previous video. If you guys haven't checked it out, I go ahead and unlock this ship and max it. And pretty much it gives you a ×2 bonus at the start and slowly goes down over time. So it's great for Kizuna. It's going to be the best ship for Kizuna Kessen. And this team, as you can see here, we're going to be using Legend, Shanks, and crew for all three fights. We're also going to be using the Treasure Mode Vivi here. The Brook, which I did pull, so I did end up going to 3 multis, and I did get the guaranteed units. This one was Brook. Going to be using Geen and Don Creek dual unit, and Sabo and Koala for this one. Now for 2 of the fights I will be using a friend Luffy here. So let's go ahead and use Atsu for this one. And you can see he does give us extra tickets. So that's why I'm using him, as I get extra tickets. You don't need to use this Luffy. For this fight, Luffy definitely helps in the fight against Quick Moriah, but against this one I don't need him. I just use him for the extra tickets and the fact that he's super effective against any unit he hits. So first thing I want to point out, guys, is this ship works with a strength, dex, or quick captain. So right now I'm actually not getting a boost from the ship. I'm also not getting a boost from this Luffy here, but it's not a big deal, because right now I'm just going to go ahead and take these turtles out first turn and just save my Shanks switch ability for the second turn. Now the reason is Shanks, he'll change adjacent orbs to matching, and he'll give you a slight attack boost. 1.5 attack boost, I believe, and then he'll become a quick, which does get boosted by the ship, and also will allow us to take full advantage of Nightmare Luffy's captain ability. So that's actually what we'll just go ahead and do right now. So we'll switch to Shanks and crew. I could use the Luffy ability here, and it would be the same thing essentially. It would just give me an orb boost in the next room, but I already have an orb boost from Don Krieg, so it's not a big deal. Also, I'm going to switch guys to Koala, so that next turn I can switch back to Sabo, and they're going to give me a color affinity boost for Free Spirit and Cerebral, I think. So, yeah, here's no big deal. It's going to attack like normal, and yeah, these second rooms are never a big deal. Okay, now since this is level 72, this Moriah should actually give an additional debuff here, which is give everybody a bother orb. Let me see if that actually happens. Yeah. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and pop this Brook. Get rid of the Despair and the percent damage reduction. Now here's very tricky, guys. So Legend Shanks, what he does, he gives you a chain lock, a pretty high chain lock. But this Vivi here gets rid of chain lock. So what we want to do is use the Vivi first, which is actually get rid of the chain lock that we have now. We can actually use it twice in one turn, and that gives it a 2x attack boost. Then we can go ahead and use Shanks and crew, so give us that chain lock. And then Moriah, he'll do an interrupt. He'll just heal back the HP. Next, what we want to do, guys, is get an orb boost. So get an orb boost from Don Krieg. And let's switch back, get that color affinity boost. And now Sabo should change all these orbs to matching orbs. Perfect, there we go, cool. Cool. Okay, and again, like I said, no need for Luffy on this stage. It's just like a little bit extra. So because Shanks is blue, we'll attack with him first, and then we get that chain lock. So it should be easy damage. 26 million. This is going to start ramping up soon, so although this is a lot of damage now, I don't know how much farther it'll take me before I can no longer one-shot that rune. And also keep in mind, guys, I mean, these teams are probably not optimal. They're just teams that I just made. I'm sure there's definitely better teams out there, but I just wanted to showcase and utilize Legend Shanks. So this is my team versus Quick. Now similar concept, except here instead of Don Krieg, we're using the Django dual unit. No, again, not a big deal if you don't have him. But we're also using this old Coliseum Rayleigh. Pretty much in this case, after level 72, the boss will chain your friend captain for 6 turns. So let's go ahead and use this guy here. Again, this one, Nightmare Luffy, is really nice. So if you don't have Nightmare Luffy friends, you might want to use a different team, but yeah, it really does help in this fight. And so you can see there, we get a small boost. Same thing as in the previous room. I'm going to wait until the second turn to switch to Shanks and crew. So for here, I'll just... actually, I shouldn't have done... It's not a big deal. Again, this first room is just turtles. That's not a big deal. Okay. So here, we definitely do want to get that orb boost. Because the boss does interrupt orb boost. So if we can get that orb boost from Nightmare Luffy, that would be great. So let's go ahead and pop Nightmare Luffy. Switch Shanks, gives us 2 orbs. Also, since we don't really need Brook here, I don't think we need Brook here, so I'm just going to go ahead and... this could be wrong, but I don't think we need him on this variation. So, anything else I want to do? No, I think we're good. So here we're just going to attack. We need to hit 3 we need to hit 3 perfects. Okay, 2... I believe that the R-Long ship does make perfects easier to hit. So here we go, now we're going to get that orb boost from Nightmare Luffy. Now this variation, like I said, should chain my friend captain for 3 turns. Now, another thing about Shanks and crew is that they get rid of, I think, 20 turns or more, I don't know, of special seal. So don't have to bring a special seal remover. That means we can just pop this guy. Now this guy will actually make... Vivi's orb beneficial as well, so kind of a little extra addition there. So I use him before I use Django, and again, use Vivi before you use Shanks, so you don't get rid of that chain lock. That would be really bad. So here we go. Pop get that chain lock going, and we're gonna pop Django just for the extra stats. Gets a little bit extra damage. Again, I don't need to do all of this, but just to showcase, guys. And in this case, I'll attack with Vivi first. And yeah, it's a lot of damage. So there we go. That's 2 down. And let's go ahead and do the third one. Now, the third one, I'm not going to use a Luffy friend captain. I'm just going to use another Shanks and crew. Because they're both blue, so I don't really need to use Luffy in that case. I'd rather save my Luffy friend captains for the other 2 runs. So this one is pretty straightforward. Again, similar team. We have a Shanks, Brook, Vivi set up. This time Marco will be our orb booster, so the new 6+ Marco. I believe now he's a 2 times orb booster. And we have Bobbins. So in this variation, I believe the boss will get an increased defense on top of a % defense, or a threshold, on top of a threshold. Which Bobbins should get rid of both of them, I believe. So in this case, I don't need to change my team at all. Bobbins should still do the trick here. Bobbins is one of the most useful rare recruits in the game. It has been for a long time. A very, very important utility unit. Now in this case, I will change my first Shanks here. Again, it's not a big deal what you do in these first 2 rooms. You can do pretty much whatever you want with this team. So yeah, second room. I'm actually going to go ahead and use one of my Shanks specials just to get an increase in power and get that chain lock to clear this room a bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and pop this Shanks. And yeah, pretty straightforward here. Vivi, Shanks. This is probably the easiest of this team. Does a lot of damage. So here we go, guys. Moriah. Now let's see if this team does clear it. And he should get a % damage reduction, increased defense, 5 turns. Also have their ace support for an extra color affinity boost. So Bobbin should get rid of both of those. Very good. Also makes adjacent orbs matching. And same thing, Vivi will make adjacent orbs, food orbs, which makes them matching. So again, Vivi first, like always. Vivi first. Okay, get that 2 times. Get that chain lock. And get that orb boost from Marco. Okay. So again, attack with Vivi first. Again, Brook is beneficial versus all the colors, so he's usually want to attack with him later. But yeah, that's it, guys. So Shanks and crew versus all 3 Moriah fights. As you can see, my damage is still going up and up. So who knows how much trouble they'll have in the future with this. But yeah, really cool unit. Psy, quick. One of my old favorite combinations. Pairs really well with Legend Marco. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace.